Hi guys, welcome to another episode. And today we're going to continue with the trend. Like we had some great episodes in the last couple of weeks. We had good reviews, good comments, because we talked about saving money. We actually covered closer to 150 ways to save money, and that's a pretty big amount, like 150 ways to save money. And so we are going to continue with the same trend, but in a different way. One thing that we have to think about when it comes to savings is the minimalism. I always encourage the fact that everything in moderation, kind of the same thing. So we're not just asking you to go all out and save money, save money, save money, don't do anything. So that's why we say minimalism. We have about 4 to 5, but we don't want to categorize it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But still, we're going to share uh, things in general when it comes to minimalism. What can we do in terms of minimalism to save money? Is that right?
Yeah, that's right. Minimalism could be a pathway to save the money, right? At least in the beginning phases,
Yeah.
right? Think about, I don't know, Graham Stephen, the biggest YouTuber in the financial niche, right? He doesn't even spend too much money like he spends only 1% of your income, less than 1% of his income. Think about it, right? He just lives so modestly right now. And because of that, he actually accumulated 20 plus millions of his net worth in the last 2 or 3 years. Think about it, guys. You just have to work hard, like be minimalist for few years. You have millions of dollars, and
Yeah.
at the same time you work hard and to save everything. So that is what we are going to talk about today. And how do you achieve that? How do you, like, minimalism is a path to save a lot of money, but there are, like you said, like 4 or 5 different ways you can achieve that. The first one is like that's the biggest one, right? Downsizing. Like if you think about all the expenses in your household, you're probably a mortgage or the rent, right? That is the biggest expense. Probably that is
Yeah.
obviously for everybody, right? If you can reduce that, if you can do a downsizing, I don't know if you guys know about downsizing. If you don't know, you have to do some research on the downsizing. Is basically like if you're living in a biggest house, maybe like 4,000 square feet house for only 2 people, right? You don't need that big. And even with your kids, you can actually move into a townhome. You're probably paying around $3,000 if you have that big of a house. $3,000 mortgage or rent. You can easily move into a townhome, condo or something like that for off the even less than off the price. You would only pay like $1,500 a month. It's totally 50% off right there, right? That's a downsizing, but downsizing in everything. Like think about housing, food, and other things.
Yeah.
Maybe your entertainment, transportation. If you have 4 cars, get rid of those 2 cars.
Yeah.
Probably have to just 50% off everything.
And
uh,
one thing I wanted to add to that, Venkat, is we're not like we said it right at the outset. We're not asking you to be like live like a home,
you still have
like
to live,
all
right?
out.
Right.
It's what?
You still have to live,
You still
live a
have to
life,
live,
right?
guys. It's not like we're asking you 4,000 square feet house to like a one bedroom, 500 square foot apartment. It's not like that. Just do your calculation and minimalize it. That's the word of the day. Minimalize. You still have to live. And the second point you mentioned about it, the cars, right? If you have 3 to 4 cars and you have only two people, and if you let's say you don't want to get rid of those cars, right? At least make sure that 1 or 2 cars are paid off, and probably once they're paid off, you can actually trade them. um, and, and because you have still 2 cars and you can carpool. We talked about carpooling the other day. So it's not about getting rid of everything you have, the house, moving to a one bedroom apartment. No, you 4 cars and you get rid of all of them. No, it's not what we're saying. It's about minimalizing. You still have to live.
Right, yeah, partial minimalism is what we are talking about. And also, like, if you understand the cheap versus frugality versus cheap, we are not talking about cheap, right? You don't have to be cheap to be a minimalist.
Yeah.
You can be frugal. Frugal means only the frugal people invest on like a valuable stuff, value. Like they may have only like 2 clothes or maybe 5 clothes, the good quality one, not like 100
Yeah.
clothes. That is a frugal people. Cheap people probably won't even have a cloth, right?
Yeah.
So that's a totally different category.
Yep.
But let's go to the next one. Like so, while we're talking about downsizing, while you're downsizing to a house, right? Because you got a lot of furniture, you got a lot of stuff in the home, you have to declutter them, right? You had to probably what you can do, you can sell them off. Like we talk about offer ups, let go, Facebook Marketplace, Craigslist, locally or in eBay online, right? You can sell everything there and get those money, put it in the savings like Ally Bank or high yield savings account. That way it's liquid there. You don't have a lot of stuff in your home. You decluttered it, you downsized it. You look, your house probably look, the smaller house probably look bigger because you don't have any,
Right.
you have only one sofa and stuff like that, right?
Yep.
That is another way to save. Like while you're doing this, going through this process, you would probably realize a lot of things happening in your mindset changes, right? Your mindset changes. You probably don't want to buy anything. You don't want to, because you don't have room in
Yeah.
your other house, right? You don't want to buy anything extra. You don't want to buy something like, there is a need, there is a want. You probably only stick with the need, right? You don't want to buy something that is want.
Yeah.
That's actually going to help you to save more in the future, right? Because your mindset, the whole process changed your mindset to buy less,
Absolutely.
and get out of the debt. Like take that money, pay off all the debt. You can easily do that, pay off all the debt. You can use the snowball method, in the lowest debt paid off. So that way you probably have like a 5 debt, and if you have 2 debts is the lowest, just pay up those 2. You only, like, you will feel good about only
Yeah.
3 you
It's a,
consolidate.
sometimes it's about the psychological feeling, right? You have 4 to 5, and you keep doing, because you're so focused on the bigger ones. You keep paying, and nothing gets. You won't be able to get rid of anything. So that's why I think we talked about this particular point in one of the previous episodes. Get rid of the smallest debt that you have and build on it. And one thing is, at least you get rid of a couple of debts early, so it's good for your credit score, and also it's good for psychologically. It's good too, because oh, out of 5 now I have only 3. And so start slow, start low, and then you can move on to the bigger ones. And imagine, like, the amount of money that you're saving from those, getting rid of those 2 debts. You can actually put it towards the big ones, and plus the regular payment on those. It's gonna you're gonna be able to get rid of the bigger ones pretty soon too.
Yeah, definitely. And also you will be feeling good because you started spending less once you move, downsize and declutter and start spending less. Like you will be feeling good inside,
Yeah.
spending less, and then you will have some kind of realization happening. Like
Yeah.
before, how was your life, and now you're probably happy about it, right? Overall
Yeah.
life, happy, and basically you are going to be saving more, spending less. That's what's going to happen. And if you keep up with it for at least, like the other YouTubers that I talked about, right? They were like, it's totally minimalist, then now they didn't have anything to start with, now they have millions of dollars as an investment and other stuff, right? So but they're going to continue that for a few more years because there's still anger in their life, right? So
Yeah.
if you are in your 20s, try to do these during your 20s, like, and then when you're 30s, right, you will have millions of dollars.
Yeah.
And then you can change your perspective if you want to. But you can still be a 10% minimalist, right? You don't need to be 100% minimalist
Yeah.
or 50% minimalist. You can reduce your minimalism to the lowest level.
Yeah, no, like we say, it's about the +1 too. Again, right? You start slow, start slow, start low and slow, and then you can move on. You don't have to be, like you said, like 100% right away. Go slow, and you'll be there. I'm pretty sure somewhere down the road, or in our previous lives, what I meant was, like, everyone has gone through this in some part in our lives, in our journey. So the only thing is, we haven't put much emphasis on these little things that we could have done. But it's never too late, guys. If you're still here with us, stick to these and see what you think, see how you feel, and let us know. And if you feel good about it, and if you're successful, let us know. That's what makes us feel proud, us feel good, and to do more of these kinds of videos in the future, and we can spread the good word. Feel free to subscribe and like if you like this. and stick with us.
Right. Yeah. Thanks, guys. Don't forget to watch the other 150 money saving tips that we had before.
Right.
That
So these are
video
like
is going to add up.
bonus ones. Yeah.
Right. Right. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you, guys.